Well, here I am. Welcome back. This is Furtado, the Rebel Turner. And today is going to be a very quick, straightforward, beginner's turn. Before coming back from North Carolina, I saw a Craigslist free wood. The heading was Tulip wood. So all excited, I contacted the people. It's like, hey, are you close to where I'm at? If so, I'd like to pick up a few logs. And upon further research, I realized that it's Tulip poplar. Anyway, I don't think there's going to be a lot of pieces that are going to be very interesting out of this. The one that was most interesting, darn recording camera did not record. The video card went bad. So anyway, out of a piece of still that wood, I cut a fairly straightforward crotch area, had a lot of decay on the bottom, so this will be the bottom. And hopefully it will just catch a little bit of character going through here. I don't know if I will maintain this or not, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a straightforward, deep bowl, but only about 6 inches diameter. And as always, going to put it up between centers. Balance it off, not so much in weight, but balance it off to what's going to give me the most of this piece. With something like this, if your lathe is only capable of doing a 600 as low speed, it will be fine because that's how fast I'm running this. Tell you one thing, this wood, first log was, well, this is part of the first log, but it smells like cow manure. I'm going to sharpen this up really quick. I'm not getting good shavings, I'm getting a lot of dust. And with this type of turning, I definitely should be getting a lot of great shavings out of this. But you can see what I got going on through here. And I got to eliminate pretty much all of this. Although it would give it an interesting character as being part of the top. You know, I always look at wood, see what's the most interest. And to make this the bottom, that's going to force me to go all the way in here. You know something, I'm going to keep this as the top. And I'll make a tenon on the back side. And maintain some of this edging as the as character of the bowl. I can even make a tenon. But nothing says you gotta do something one particular way. You know, you try to be efficient, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way that you can do something. So I'm actually going to create a tenon here and flip this over and make a mortise on the bottom of this one. Just because you got a tenon does not mean you should be turning without your life center in there. I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to remove the bulk of this and then make my mortise. Now there's an advantage to flipping this over at this point, and that is because it will give you a little bit of luxury to see what the piece has to offer. Between these black spots, this inclusion on the top, opposite of this side. So I'm going to be keeping this inclusion so it plays off on this piece right here. But this piece has a separation going through here, up to here. So the very top of this might lose it, but I will maintain this raggedy piece. Then this black going through here and a little bit of bark. So before flipping it over, seeing that I'm looking at it and seeing what is developing, I'm going to true this piece up all the way up to this top rim. Now, this mortise is way too big for this piece. You know, I thought, okay, I'm going to make a mortise and finish the bottom, and I'm looking at it and it's like, no, this bowl does not want this wide mouth over here, especially if I even come to all the way down to the bottom to meet up with this. Well, unless I'm doing something different from the top, which would take away from here. So I don't want to do that. This has to be as a tenon and much smaller than this, and the bowl shaped into that tenon. This would be way overwhelming, and if I make it any thinner, then I could possibly blow it out. So I'm going to shape this further down and make a tenon out of this. Like I said, this piece is separated in here, so it will fly for sure. But the piece of wood has some nice coloration, but it's typical green that you see on poplar. So, with looking at that, stand out of the way because this piece is going to go. The back of my tool, how I'm controlling the cut angle. I'm starting with my handle way back there, following up the angle following up the angle more or less in the direction, and then using the back of the heel as a pry and swing it over as I'm pushing in. So start it off in the angle, then start using it like a compass. Not moving my arm over here, my hand over here much at all. Just keeping it as a pivot point. Even if your bevel is not riding towards the bottom, you use leverage of your hand in place as a pivot point. .1400 RPM at this point. Whether if you're a fan of a scraper or not, this is the ideal time to come and remove these tear outs or any tool marks that you got. So I'm gonna go tool rest just above center, slightly, and go in there and do one pass on this, or two. Definitely not the tool to get rid of tear outs though. So I'm going to sharpen it up and see if the burr will do it. That is the importance of sharp tools. Same scraper, just sharpened up, and all the tear out is virtually gone. All I got is a little bit of a tool mark right in here that I could still get out with one more pass with that scraper, and I should be good. Thickness is good all the way down. I got it a little bit over 1/4 inch on this particular piece. So one more pass and I will be good to sand this. Could sand it at this point, but I'm going to try one more time. Applying some Yorkshire grit. This has been a very good product since I started using it. Well, it's time to apply some OB shine juice. Well, I think that's good. It's not a super gloss, but it's a very nice sheen to it. Time to remove it and reverse chuck it. This is nothing but a piece of felt buffing wheel. Inexpensive, I think Home Depot maybe, I don't know. Buffing wheel, and even if you don't have something like that, it's easy enough to make one, whether if it's out of rubber or out of felt, something that's going to contour a little bit into the shape and not scarf up your piece. And it's a sure thing every time I put it on here. And if I bring my live center to the center point over there, which I have, I try to maintain that whenever I can. I try not to lose it. And it's always true. It's not, I hope I can get it true. It's always true. It's a good method of mounting your final piece. And finishing up that base. And then just sand the very bottom of it with your disc sander or whatever you find most suitable. actually going to keep that base as the foot on it. This is the best feature of this bowl right here. The inside really looks good, nice and clean. The cuts, the final scraping with a good sharp edge on your scraper makes a difference of night and day. So if you're getting a little bit of tear out with your scraper, even though you might think that it's cutting well enough, just give it that little burr. Just pass it very lightly on your stone, and it will be wonders, the difference that it makes. It removes tear outs, bottom line. These little colorful characters that's going through here are really nice. This dark really not that prominent over here, but when you get to the outside, it really does something. They had some natural holes going through it, and I left it. I am not going to be filling these or feathering, sanding them out until they're gone. They are part of this character in this case. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.